none other than the Moog grandmother, the granny, how I like to call it. A few years back I visited this Synth and I had my share of fun with it. For sure, when you think about Moog, grandmother, 2VCO, it's bass lines, right? And this is what we're listening right now, bass lines. But as time progresses and one evolves, I think, I had the chance to revisit this synth and come back and see, well, does this really is what they claim it is? So very nice 2 oscillator, typical ladder filter, Moog synth, affordable somehow, well built, or it is something that I haven't yet even thought about it since a few years went by. So my idea here today will be to just analyze it and give you my conclusion, ideas, or things that I can make with it, and where I will see this synth fit in my setup. Truth to be told, nowadays my only mono synths, it's the Atlantis and the DFAM on Eurorack. Other than that, I don't think I own any mono synths. Quite funny, when I used to have a ton of them in the past. But the grandmother, after few years out in the market, I still believe it's a really solid choice. Of course, you're gonna pay a little bit of a premium price, that's for sure, but I think it's a cool one. So let's dive into this and see what we can get from it. Nice. So I don't want to dive too much into the structure of the grandmother. It's been out there for a long time. People know perfectly well what it is. I'll just go to the surface. It has a 2 oscillator, a high pass and a ladder filter, Moog typical sound, if you want to say it that way. It sounded odd, right? It has an ARP sequencer. I'm not gonna go use it. It is a cool one. I remember using it. It is useful, but I'm gonna use my trusty old Oxy one. And you have an envelope, and you have a cool spring verb inside of it. I'm not gonna smash this thing as it's alone, but it does sound really, really good. And you have modulation here, simple LFO with sample and hold output and immediate modulation controls over here. Plus it is patchable and you can do some cool stuff with it. I, for example, was using it to add a high pass, which is not hardwired as it seems. So my idea here, and what I would like to try is, I remember back then, and I didn't went to see the old videos that I did. I know this rocks for bass lines for sure, but I want to try to also do some lead sounds and some more typical mono synth lead padish sounds, and more so I want to use it raw as it is. I might add a little bit of reverb and delay from the Digitact too, since this is connected to the Digitact. And I want to see where this could fit my actual music and understand if it still has value as of today, since it has been a while since the grandmother is out. And there are other competitors in the market for mono, which offer similar features. So let's dive into this, and of course it's a Moog, it's a mono. Let's start with the bass line and let's see where we can go with this. My kick as usual, just to keep the pace going on. And And this was the intro sound that I had here. Pretty much a square and a saw. And yeah, this is the typical Moog ladder. I do remember the cutoff pot being a little bit more sturdy, not so fast, but still feels good. And let's add something here a little bit more crazy. And what I was doing is I had the first oscillator going to linear FM into the second one, and having the VCO1 modulating VCO2, but I'm going to remove this. And let's see what we can do here. Yeah, there's something you can hate or love Moog, okay? But there's something incredible about any Moog, be it the old ones or the actual ones. The low end, it sounds so freaking good, and you cannot deny it. Oh my god, yeah. Let's add some percussion over here. And I haven't even touched anything. Oops, not here. I haven't added delay, I haven't added reverb, nothing. Just raw as it is, straight from the granny. Let's see. Okay, let me go to the effects here. A little bit of delay. Chorus. Oh yeah, now I have chorus on the Digitact too. Oh yes, 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 yes. And a little bit more overdrive overall. Believe me, I'm gonna be honest, very honest. The only Moog that I'm really in love with, and I love it, it is the DFM. The other Moogs, I have a huge respect for Moog and its legacy and Bob and what they do, but I never was that big of a Moog fan. I was more on the other coast since ever I dived into synth. So I'm more of a Buchla guy, more of the West Coast. But yeah, you cannot deny that low ends on this do sound really good. Let's shape a little bit better the sound here. No envelope. Let me try and get here. Okay, so to attenuate this since we don't have an attenuator for the cutoff. Yeah. More decay, less release, more sustain. Nah, without the keyboard track for sure. Yeah, bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. I'm sorry if I many times look like to the infinite, but I haven't got used yet to having my monitor here and seeing how things are going. But yeah, this is good. Without the high pass. Dirt, 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 dirt. Good. So yeah, I'm not gonna dive much more into bass lines, but yeah, if you're looking for a bassline machine, get the Grandmother. It does sound proper, and like you even have FM over here, linear FM. And it's a cool one. Let's change a little bit the sequence here. Spring reverb. I feel like hitting, like I feel like abusing the grandmother, like beating the grandmother up. I know this sounds super bad, but yeah, I'm sorry for the loudness, but I hope you can hear the springs. It's the cool thing about having a spring reverb, a real spring reverb. This is super cool for drones. Okay, less envelope. Cut the chorus a little bit. Yeah, without the spring reverb. Yeah, but I like this. It adds a certain depth to the sound, which sounds cool. It will reduce your in-your-face bass to something more spacious and blended, I'd say. But yeah. Enough of bass lines. Let's unpatch this and see what we can get here. So, like I said, I remember doing drones with this thing. Oh. Haha. Springs. Who doesn't love some spring action? I'm in VCA drone mode. And of course, as you when you fully open the spring, you lose a lot of low end, but yeah, the typical spring. Oh, even cow got hit by the spring. Let's make sure she's back on track. Here she is, or like this, better. But, okay, back to envelope mode. Sorry for this, but I had to do it. It's inevitable that when you have a spring reverb on such a cool machine, you have to hit it to hear those springs. And like I said, especially if you're into drone and creating textures, spring reverb that you can hit and that you can touch and you can cause some tribulations to the spring, it will print very cool stuff into the sound. But like I was saying, I wanted to try more of the synth side of stuff, so leads and sounds like that. And for that, I think I'm gonna start with a simple approach, just with one oscillator, and then add a second one and see where we can go from that. First, keeping everything clean in terms of effects. So Digitact 2 only has the input of the Moog without any processing, and see if this goes into territories that I really like. And if it doesn't, make my own conclusion, because when I get a machine, of course it has to work for me, for my sound, for the ideas that I have in my head, or understand that if I can use the machine at a rate that I'll be happy. For example, I can use this for all my bass lines or for my bleeps or whatever I'm trying to do, and not just be a one-trick pony, because space is not as much as I had before, and money as well, of course. In a perfect world, we will collect every synth that exists, some do, and just be happy. But no, you have to make choices. It's part of life, right? So let's dive into try and do a synth lead. I'm not gonna go process anything from the grandmother into the Digitact, so fully raw, fully clean. And I'm gonna start the usual way with a kick and a bass line from the Digitact, and then build up onto this. So let's go. Okay, nice start. I just picked the bass line at random. Of course, random, but I know what I have here fits my sound, so it's not purely luck, okay? A little bit, but not that much. Good. So, I can keep my high pass here. Let's add up. I'm gonna go full straight eight steps, as Techno demands you to go. Okay, so we have our first oscillator. I'm gonna go with a saw here. Let's add some percussions here. Okay. I send my pitch amounts, I don't remember. Oh yeah. I think it applies to oscillator too, I'm not sure, but whatever that is. Of course, this is useless now. Okay. Yeah, PWM, Nick Bat's favorite. Yeah, I like this sound. Even raw sounds super good. I'm trying to. This is a little bit challenging because I'm used to more envelopes, but still, with just one envelope, we can do cool stuff. Okay, like this. So it's a pretty usable sound if you ask me. And if we add up a little bit of effects, it's like, okay, the spring, just a tiny bit of spring. If I add the chorus here, you get that immediately stereo-like sound. G-Tech 2 chorus is really good. Let's have our keyboard track 1-to-1. Yeah, it does sound good. What I like about the sound I'm hearing, it's raw, it's edgy, but at the same time it feels really well round, you know? It has like a body to it. It's just a simple bleep going on here, but it does sound good. Let me even change the octave. Okay, good. And now, slowly, oh, I had noise in. Yeah, noise does add a little bit of sharpness that I like. Now, I want to add up the second oscillator and see what we can build in terms of sound. Where I want to go with this is try to have like kind of more or less of detuned chords, which I really love to use on techno music. So let's start. So we are here on the 60th. Let's go here and then we'll use the frequency. Takes a little bit of time. I have to hear what I'm doing to be like, okay, I like this. A little bit more of delay here. Less resonance. As typical fashion of Moog, adding resonance will start to reduce your lower end, and here it's no exception, so have that in mind. Yeah, I could perfectly play with this. And on the break I could bring in the spring. Yeah. Let's see, with the square and the PWM going on. Yeah. I like this. Let me change the root really fast here. This is me just having an idea where does the sound can go more or less. Yeah, I like this extra bit. Yeah, it works really well. Just hearing the grandmother with a little bit of, yeah, the chorus does add that extra finesse to the sound. I do enjoy it. Let me try it and do another stuff, so something different. Of course, I haven't implied this or said anything about it, but if you have Eurorack or any modular stuff around, this is a very cool piece to add up because it accepts Euro level stuff. You can even send your sequencer out of the grandmother, and it does even have a Eurorack level output, so you can process this in Eurorack if you want to. So it's a very cool thing. For this purpose here, I don't want to add up my modular or anything from Eurorack into the grandmother. I'm approaching this as if I wanted to know if this will fit, and if I had only like a Digitact or a drum machine, and if this will be a very good addition to my setup. Sure, we could go more in depth, yeah, of course, but I don't think it is the point here. With Eurorack, what you could do extra, in my honest vision, and being a smart, lazy creator, let's put it this way, I will just add Eurorack to add more modulation here. So a few more envelopes, LFOs here and there, an extra envelope to the filter for sure, and having the envelope just for the VCA. I will go more into that territory if I add a Eurorack. Other than that, I will process this in my outboard and my pedals. It is what I feel that it will fit in my workflow, in my honest opinion. Let's try and do another sound here. Let's see what we can come up with. Let's change again a little bit our sounds here. Again, I'll just say stop. Okay. This one is cool. We can keep the heads. I'm gonna change the percussions here. Let's go. Yeah, like this, I want something more smooth. Yeah, this one. Okay, why not? Yeah, pretty good. So again, now this time I'm gonna do a 16 step, something with more variation, let's put it this way. And I'm gonna go with a scale that I really like, which is the harmonic minor. Don't ask me why I like it, it just sounds good to me. Let me get this patch cable out. And as I always do, let me start with random stuff, and then I'll just basically will adjust as I see fit. Okie dokie. Okay. Let me go to my effects here for the inputs. No chorus, no delay for now. Okay. And let's have this in hard sync. Setting the frequency, add a tiny bit of noise. And now it's the part where I perhaps will bring in the linear FM. Okay, this is cool. For linear FM, I want to remove my sync for sure. Good. Nice. I would really love that instead of sustain, I get the sustain easier for keyboard players, but I would prefer to have the release on a fader, so that I could basically do something like this, okay? It's the way that I play, so it is what it is. I hadn't anything on the attenuator. Good one. Now, let me just try some what I call stupid ideas that sometimes do pay off. now, yes, now I want to add my chorus here. This sounds a little bit acid. Let's bring this reverb. Where could I have? Well, the blend and hold will be cool for sure to make R2D2 sounds, but still, even this sounding kind of acid 303, I will perfectly use this in a track. Yeah, I do like the supply and hold going to VCO too. Makes it more, I don't know. This is a taste thing. Okay, so what I was doing here, I wasn't speaking. I forgot you have to pull in the mod wheel for this to work. But this could be super fun for a break as well. Like, if you've been watching my videos, you know that I experiment a lot with the sound and play with it as I'm listening to stuff, so that when I'm gonna go jam my tracks, I know what I can count with. As well, good. No, it does sound really good. It's a mono synth, right? It sounds good. It really sounds good. For the price point, I'm not so sure if I will pay full price for a grandmother or used, but nonetheless, it's a cool piece to have. It is fun because everything that you want to do is in front of you. Plus you have a few extra patch points where you can break out the hardwired way that the synth is built. So this is a very cool addition for sure. Does this fit techno? Yes, it does fit techno a lot. I would say maybe because my mind is formatted that way. Basslines, yeah. This is this is bassline machine 101. Just with the two examples here, I immediately got insane bass lines. Combination of the ladder filter and the VCOs and the way it works, and also the envelope, which is kind of forgiving and let you in not clicking immediately and all that kind of stuff. So you get really cool bass lines. That's a fact with Moog, right? And I went more to I don't want to say bleep sounds, but it did sound a little bit like bleepy sounds, but they had something going on, at least I think, and they fitted quite well my ideas as well. We could even do something that sounded a little bit acid, which is not that difficult, understanding how the 303 works. Again, it's really well built. The keyboard is cool. I'm not the keyboard player, so don't mind me. I don't know what I was doing. I can just do. Ta-da! No, but for real, this is the maximum I can play. I remembered how to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, but I don't even remember anymore. But it is a cool, well-made piece. It is a Moog, okay? Moog does have quality. No matter if it's old school Moog or nowadays Moog, it still is Moog. I don't believe that the new owners of Moog are gonna reduce quality or kill the brand as many thought. No, I think they'll keep things as they are. But when I'm on the market to buy a synth, I have to see various things. Price point, the kind of sounds it has, playability, if it's fast to work with, if it's not. So where I will put this, it is a super fast synth to work with, for sure. It has, what you see is what you get, totally, everything in front of you. It is super cool for people learning synthesis. I really recommend something like this. I think if this was my first synth back then, I will be super happy because not only looks kind of cool, it plays cool and it sounds good and it's simple. So you don't need to be a guru of synthesis or sound design to come off with a few sounds here that are pleasing to you immediately. And looking at it, it still also pleases the more expert, professional kind of people, in my opinion, with the patch points and the fact that you can exploit a little bit more the ladder filter and the VCOs and how they work. And the spring reverb is a cool addition, for sure. If I could pick, I think I will prefer the delay from the matriarch into the grandmother. Nonetheless, the spring reverb is really cool. It adds a lot of stuff, especially if you're gonna go play with a lot of pads, textures, ambient sounds. Pumping this spring reverb, not fully because you lose the low end, but pumping it up and then wiggling the machine will bring in pleasant sounds. So yeah, I still like it. I wouldn't add to my collection unless I had a lot of money and space to add one to my collection, or if I will get a super deal on it secondhand. I might take the leap and get it. As I'm speaking about this, for example, I wouldn't mind that this will be like my kid's first synth. Colorful, big knobs, a keyboard, sturdy, you can kick it around, it will survive. Sorry, it's proper. And like I said, perfect for education as well. So yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this this one. I had to revisit the grandmother. I really did. And I still keep my opinion, which is, if you like the Moog sound, if you have the cash for it, if you want something fast, fun, and usable, get a grandmother. Maybe get it in second hand. You won't regret having a Moog piece at your home. I firmly believe that even if you are a fan or not, Everybody who loves electronic music and loves synthesizer should have a Moog in their collection, minus the DFM. Grandmother will be very welcome as well if it was the only thing that I had. As usual, like and subscribe, check the links below, and check my Patreon. It helps immensely. I have a lot of cool packs there with sample packs. I have a grandmother sample pack in my Patreon that I did back in the day. It's pretty cool, and it's not that expensive, and you'll be supporting my work as well. Catch you next time. Bye bye.